All right, and we're back with Bobby Andrews.
Hi.
So, we talked about some of the bands that you're in. Any of those still going on besides for like, what's it called? At All Costs?
What's it called? Hey man, you know the name of the
I'm trying
band.
to keep. I'm trying to keep it under control. I'm like, let me check my
Totally
notes
fanboy.
one more time.
He found out we were playing a show.
Metal.
He's been barking at my fucking phone for days.
You guys just played recently, right? 24th?
We have a show coming up on the 24th. We have a thing with Safe House, the internet TV show. I don't know if you remember METV and the Awesome Music Network used to just let a band play their set.
Yeah.
They would mix it to a degree and then release it. And then that's how you knew about everything you need to know about this band. Great idea. Well, this guy's doing it online. Boom. Safe House, everybody. Watch it.
Yeah, I've played 2 of them myself.
You've done them.
Yeah, mine and the producer's band, Flooded Tombs, and mine and Jordan's band, The Low Down and Out. I've done 2 of them already.
I don't know why I was going to say Ingrown and Out. But,
Ingrown and Out. I'm going to bring that up. Be like, you guys down changing the name?
It.
Yeah, just think about it. Let it roll around your
head. It's like 1 syllable less.
Yeah, I love coming up with just the different names, like Flooded Womb. No.
Gross.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to call it, but everyone's like, it sounds kind of gross. And I'm like, if they would just listen to me for like once, we would finally like maybe get some exposure.
Usually if I'm blowing somebody off
drummer.
and I don't want to tell them the real name of my band or really get into it, I just tell them it's Leather Glacier. Leather Glacier is a one-man power metal band that I do myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never written a single note for Leather Glacier, but I've been keeping on to that band name for what seems like 15 years now.
15 years.
It was even the name of my Etsy store where I sold Garbage Pail Kids cards for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you make a lot of money with those?
Well, I mean, that's subjective. What's a lot of money to you? I made more than I should have selling Garbage Pail Kids cards.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was like, well, when you put it like that.
And yes, all of my surge of purchases happened between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. So just the drunkest people looking for every one of their friends' names in parody Garbage Pail Kids form, and then they would buy them all individually and pay individual shipping, which is
just that sounds like a bunch of unnecessary work. To be
honest. I don't know why I did. My belly's been hanging out at the bottom of this shirt this whole time.
We can edit it out.
Blur it out. Leave it. Pixelize it so it looks like wieners out.
Your entire body, just the head.
I'm just as God made me, and but God made me with this fucking huge gut. What do the kids call it? Gunt?
The gunt. Dad bod is in right now, so you're okay.
Ask
you're good.
Someone sincerely if they're into dad bod.
I know some chicks.
I think it's like that false nerdhood thing that I'm a nerd. I like Star Wars movies, and like, no, you don't.
Yeah. I follow.
You like watching them. You don't care about how they were made. You don't care about the folklore and the fan fiction. You stay out of it.
You just crop top a shirt with like C-3PO on it and put your boobs hanging out underneath. And
literally just bought.
It's like, oh yeah.
What I thought was going to be a complete Stormtrooper helmet with voice activation and whatnot.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those victims of internet burns.
Oh no.
Where I waited 2 months, and when it finally came in, it's just a rubber mask with no. You can't even breathe or look through it. It's just a rubber full face mask. It's, you put it on a styrofoam head and hang it in the corner of your room or something. I don't know.
It didn't cost a lot of money, did it?
Not enough for me to try and get my money back, but enough for me to be ashamed that at almost 40 years old, I wasted time and energy and money on this.
Does your wife know about this? Or maybe girlfriend, I'm not sure.
My wife one more time. No, she knows. She doesn't know.
She might know now.
She might not know the details. She knows I get burned constantly from online ads. Like,
what are you doing on your phone?
You've seen those battery-powered wave brush. You put the insert in your mouth and it does the vibrating for you and brushes your teeth, and it's supposed to whiten your teeth for you.
Yeah.
Well, I bought 2 of those, and only one of them has come in. And I have sent an email to this company every day for the last 5 months.
Oh my God.
Just asking them how they're doing, how they enjoyed their time off.
Still being nice.
Where's the fuck is my other half of the order?
Anyways, where the fuck?
And we're talking about a $25 thing here, and they sell it at Target, and I should have just got it at Target. Target, everybody. Shop at your local
retail
Target.
stores. Yeah.
Big box, everyone.
Right. Go to your local retail stores.
Retail, they need our advertising
they
time.
need this. They're dying now.
I've never seen a commercial for Target because they don't need them.
I rarely see people inside Target.
And yet people still pull up to the McDonald's drive-through menu and don't know what to order.
They're like,
shit hadn't changed in so long.
It's all more or less the same. Just
a dash of extra salt on one thing.
Yeah, repackaged.
There's 4 ingredients at Taco Bell. All you're getting with some new item is a reconfiguration of those 4 items.
Give me the crunchy supreme Baja, whatever the fuck.
The only true innovators in this game is Burger King.
Which is a gamble when you go to Burger King.
Yeah.
I mean, food-wise, health-wise, the way I feel-wise.
Late 90s, early 2000s Burger King, though, their toys
I went there
were phenomenal.
Yeah.
They had the Universal Monsters line. You had the Simpsons stuff. You had Krusty the Clown watches. I was riding around one night, and what's the term for being high that makes it sound like you weren't high?
Dazed.
I was living it.
That's high.
And I had never noticed that their chicken nuggets were in the shape of Reptar from the Rugrats movie. And I just could not let my friends up about this. Like, guys, have you noticed?
Have you seen
They're
it?
dinosaur-shaped nuggets. Am I the only one in the world that's pieced this together? And they just looked at me as if my ears were bleeding. Just like, dude, of course they are. It says so on the packaging. It's like, whoa.
How long? How long has this been going on for?
It felt like years.
Yeah, it was years.
Speaking of things that feel like years when they shouldn't, everyone's got those. Did you guys smoke drugs?
Yeah, I've smoked
I'm not
drugs.
talking about foil dope.
I'm not talking about freebase.
I'm talking about college drugs, marijuana.
Yeah, I mean a freebase Adderall every so often, but that's every so often.
It sounds so positive, freebase.
It's just whenever we have an event at work.
Sometimes we're bored.
Or when I'm bored, or every morning when I wake up. No.
So, what the fuck was I talking about?
Smoking drugs.
All right, so there's all these stoner logic where things you think are better when on weed, just like the joke in Half Baked.
Yeah.
However, what I found is the film Half Baked is awful when you're high.
It's not as funny when you're high than, say, when you're not high.
I think we were, as an adult cost tour with that band Fall of Troy, and we were staying at this weird guy's house, and I'll get into this guy in a second. And we're like, let's just smoke all this. He had like a bunch of keef.
The remnants of weed.
And we smoked that, and we watched Half Baked. And there's that scene where Snoop Dogg appears from the side of the stoop.
Like he just comes up from an elevator. Yeah.
That felt like hours to me.
I sell this shit, right? Yeah, it's too bad for you. I just quit yesterday. No.
Yeah, that's the one. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen him in The Beach Bum, he's phenomenal.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah, well, the movie's not that great.
Oh, sorry, Matthew McConaughey. But Snoop Dogg is?
Snoop Dogg's great. Lingerie.
He's
Lingerie.
Pretty fun, actually. Just showing up, cooking, smoking blunts.
I didn't hate him in the Starsky and Hutch film either.
No, I didn't. TJ Hooker? That was his name? No?
No,
yeah.
he was not. It was not TJ. Man, your references are all wrong.
I'm so fucking wrong today. Oh my god, my brain is liquid. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay. Anyway,
what was his name?
Thomas Lennon and Ben Garrett from The State and Viva Variety and Reno 911 and all that shit. They had written a plethora of just shit movies, and their idea was, so what? Let's just bang out 10 movies a year, and if one of them's a hit, that's one more than we had last year. So
that's true.
And they did that Dukes of Hazzard movie. Night at the Museum was their biggest cash cow.
Well, that's a pretty good movie, even if you don't have a kid to watch it with.
Dude, watch it with the commentary from Ben Garrett and Thomas Lennon, and they never refer to the film at all, and it's just about this other bullshit projects they're doing.
So what we have coming up.
So anyway, this dude in Tennessee that we were staying with the night that we decided to smoke keef and watch this movie, later, he wouldn't let us. There's like this time where he was really sensitive about us going into his downstairs of his house. He just wouldn't let us do it.
Okay, creepy serial killer.
Right.
Yeah.
And at one point, we were all taking shots of this weird, like extremely high alcoholic, whatever he brought back from South America. And that's how you get Hellraisers, by the way. You're just drinking weird shit from other countries.
Yeah. Smoking keef.
And he's like, no, don't drink from that shot glass. I'm like, why? I already have. My friend Joaquin, that is. And he's like, there was a piece of foreskin in it. I'm like, I can't even formulate a quick comeback for this. There's just a chunk of foreskin. Okay.
Who's?
I don't know. This guy's in prison now, I guess.
You guess?
Oh, if he's not, he needs to be. Something was going on in that basement. But later that night, while we were asleep, the band Kylesa joined us. Isn't that fun?
They just showed up?
Yeah, they were staying there too.
They were looking for that piece of foreskin.
They were probably trying to reclaim that skin, man.
Hey, you guys see a piece of foreskin in that shot glass? We left it there earlier today.
Come on, man. We were told it was still here. That's why we made the rush to get here.
So, wait, did your friend drink the foreskin?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Did he force vomiting?
No, I think he just got pregnant from it. And I don't know how.
Does that mean I'm pregnant?
Human anatomy and physiology.
Pretty sure that's how that movie Junior worked.
It's a fantastic movie. I mean,
it's the second movie to Twins, right?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people like to lump films together. Like, oh, these guys were in this one together. Yeah, oh, but they were in this one together. It's like, you know what? That's not as interesting as Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
In White Man Can't Jump.
White Man Can't Jump. Money Train. Tomcats. With Goldie Hawn. Everybody was in Tomcats.
That's true.
That's not the name of that movie. That's the Jerry O'Connell movie. I'm sorry.
That's what I was thinking.
Edit shit.
I was like, yeah, there is a lot of people, but
Tomcats
not
is Jerry
them.
O'Connell and Jake Busey. Wildcats.
Wildcats.
Where Goldie Hawn was the football coach.
Damn, White Man Can't Jump. Why?
Also, I want you to think about the number of films that Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi have been in since Airheads.
All his movies?
A lot of them. But you should only remember them as Pip and Rex.
Dude, we were watching it the other day.
Yeah,
it holds up, man. It holds up. I'm out there every day, dude, just like him.
Anytime I see someone doing something questionable, I go, Rex, what are you doing, man?
What you thinking about right now?
Swimming pools.
Swimming pools.
There's a wonderful line from that movie. It's the girl who plays the secretary.
Yeah.
She was also Mallory in License to Drive with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, yeah.
And it's this part where Michael McKean is saying that Rebel Radio is going soft, and he's showing the reformat, and unfortunately we'll be forced to restaff. And unless you have the subtitles on, you'll miss it. But the secretary just whispers, all those blowjobs for nothing.
Dude, that's amazing. You should always put subtitles on everything. You see that little...
When you work in bars or you have a child, there's the only way you're going to watch or understand what's going on.
That's true. That's true. But I love how they always they do the lyrics of songs too. And you're like, oh shit!
Yeah,
look at it, pick it up.
When And Out Comes the Wolves came out, the Rancid album.
Yeah,
technically their third. They were on SNL, and I loved whoever was doing the caption trying to decipher what Tim Armstrong was saying. And the best one I saved from that time frame was this one goes out to all the bears on ep, and then a bunch of question marks. I know he said bands on Epitaph Records, but
he didn't.
But the world couldn't decipher this.
Special,
just me, a special Tim Armstrong interpreter.
Like, oh my God, adorable.
Yeah.
So wait, your friend did drink that foreskin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's dead now too.
What did Kylesa want? They just want to hang out?
I'm guessing they were on the hunt for chunks of man flesh.
Are they pretty cool?
I don't remember. They came in while I was asleep, and I've been drinking.
She's single? Do you know if she's single?
That's none of my business, sir.
That's something I want to know about. Find out.
You just want to know about the status of random women?
If a girl's in the band, if a girl is in a band, I'm all about it. I'm like, that one.
One skill that I do not possess is to look at anyone and tell you if they're single or not. That guy just looks single.
Man, I was fingers crossed. Like, wait, did she ask about me? Does she know about me?
I can tell you how cool you are by the education you listed on your info on Facebook.
About my education?
Yeah. If you put your high school, you're all right. If you put something pithy like I'm from the School of Hard Knocks or
I think I like
rock
put
and
that
roll
on
high
there.
School,
like,
I can automatically tell you're a dork.
It was my ex-girlfriend setting up my Facebook account when Facebook first come out.
Playing the blame game.
I really am. And how often do you look at your profile to where I had to go back and edit it?
Every day.
Every day I look at my profile just like,
what if I'm hacked?
You're doing great.
I used FaceApp. That means I've been hacked by the Russians.
Speaking of your Facebook, man, you do like some of the best when it comes to content. Like you just pump shit out. Your funny pictures, awesome shirts, your obsession with Sylvester Stallone.
Well, this is a callback.
Cobra's a good movie.
I told you before that my son is no one to bounce my comedy off of, so I have to do it in other formats, and I don't have a Twitter.
Right? No, I fucking love it.
Thank you.
Following you inspires me to be like, shit, dude, that's what you need to do.
I create one piece of shitty art every day.
It is pretty shitty, but that's the appeal.
I also can't tell my colors, so if the skin doesn't match, I had no idea.
Colorblind a little bit?
You know, like 55% of dudes are.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Huh.
Mark Maron just did a great piece about everything you know is just some shit you heard. So
that's pretty much
There's
true.
also that good line
just
of Jackie
regurgitating
Brown,
shit.
Where Sam Jackson gets called out for saying the shit about guns, and he gets called out by her saying that he's just saying some shit he overheard.
He's saying some shit he overheard. But dude, those shirts that you make are amazing. The especially the Cobra one, the Clean Bobby Cobra.
The real ones are great. The fake ones, unfortunately, never saw the light of day.
The fake ones?
Yeah, I've only made 3 different Clean Bobby shirts for the DJ stuff because I thought it was absurd that a DJ, which I'm not, I play records, but someone posing as a DJ has merchandise. I thought that was just the funniest thing in the world to me.
It's kind of funny, but even better that the shirts are like actually pretty cool, and I would just buy it on the point that I like, yeah, dude, I love that movie Over the Top. Of course I'm going to buy this shirt.
Dude, that Over the Top, or not Over the Top, that Overboard shirt that I did.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
Kurt
one,
Russell,
too.
Goldie Hawn movie.
Yeah.
I learned pretty soon off that, or early in the process here. Did you hear my voice crack just then?
A little bit.
I'm 38 years old. I'm almost a man.
It's pretty dry outside.
It's sinuses. I learned pretty early off that you take a very beloved image that does all the work for you, slap your name on top of it, and then say something smart-assed underneath. Boom. Success.
That's pretty much, you just summed up how you do all your pictures.
The entire plot of Overboard is pretty fucked up.
In modern day standards, or even back then.
You can't even say that because in modern days they remade it anyways.
That's true, yeah. Which was the opposite. It was a rich...
The opposite of good.
...man that fell off a boat. And then a woman with a bunch of kids.
It's that gentleman from How to Be a Latin Lover.
How do you know all this?
Dude, I'm at home a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm stuck inside this prison that is my brain.
Yeah. Stay-at-home parent. I thought that was a band at first, but now I'm starting to realize. Band, yeah, now I'm trying to realize that would definitely be a one-piece band.
Yeah,
Stay-at-home dad. Yeah.
It's just one dude inviting everyone to be in his band, but they all come up with excuses on why they can't.
It's just like, sorry, man, I can't make it again. You're just sitting here with your bass, just like, okay, man, maybe next week then. We're going to try again.
I've asked you every week for 2.5 years.
You got to keep trying. There's
my son
one
is
point.
Almost 3 years old, and I have friends that have never met him.
Oh, my God. They just, like, disavowed you. They're like, a kid.
It happens, man. People get busy, and just because your life changed doesn't mean theirs did, but fuck, man, I'm bored.
I know. I totally understand. You're not going out to bars every night, fucking getting loaded, hanging out with the best of them.
You don't know my life.
I know you're not doing it.
Fine.
In your DJ name.
I'm not.
Right? Clean Bobby.
Oh, that's just because this goes back to Richmond, Virginia. One of the houses I lived in, there was already a dude named Dirty Bobby hanging out. Now, I tell people that it's a really long story, and I don't like getting into it because it's personal, but that's the whole story.
There was a Dirty Bobby.
Already a dude named Dirty Bobby.
Someone had to be the Clean Bobby.
I wasn't going to change my real name.
I just thought you were like, maybe he became woke. He goes to AA meetings. He became Clean Bobby. I thought maybe Dirty Bobby was you back then, and now you're Clean Bobby.
No, that's
nope. Okay, theories.
I don't remember Bobby's last name, but I know he was in a band called PCP Roadblock.
That's not a bad name.
It's not. They were fun. They were real like G.G. Allen, Murder Junkies kind of stuff, and he wore this Ernest P. Worrell mask on stage. Which, if you're not familiar with Ernest P. Worrell, Jim Varney, know what I mean, Vern? Anybody? Okay, don't look at me like that.
I've heard that name.
God damn it.
Ernest P. Worrell.
Worrell.
Yeah. Are we talking about like the Ernest movies?
Yeah, that's Ernest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Back before he was Scared Stupid and Saving Christmas.
One. Scared Stupid is definitely my favorite one.
I think everyone's favorite was the Halloween one.
I thought that was Scared Stupid.
Wait, that is what I said?
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
Yeah. Turn into a little wooden doll.
I'm talking to hear myself.
Little trolls?
Yeah.
It's like the 90s was just filled with trolls.
I thought that Christmas one was far superior because there's that scene where he's at the stand or in the jury box and he's biting that pin and it leaks all over his face.
That's Ernest Goes to Jail.
Ernest Goes to Jail. That's what I said.
You said the Christmas one.
Don't tell me. It's not like it's not recorded.
Remember, he's like grabbing the pieces of paper, trying to wipe it off.
That's the best.
And then just shoves it in his mouth. He like tries to eat it.
That's that's simplicity.
Still thinking about it. It's just, oh my God, that's so good.
It's so tasteful, and it amazes me how that shit doesn't entertain anyone now.
Definitely. Just talking about it right now, I'm just thinking about the image in my head. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
That at the end, I wish I would get superpowers like that, like electrocute me and just pew, pew, shooting, escaping prison. It was a good movie. I liked it.
You trying to ride that lightning, boy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my God. Oh, he's dead now, huh?
Yeah, Jim Varney died.
Oh man.
Back when he was still making Roseanne.
Rest in peace.
He only did. I think he did. Did he make it to Toy Story 2 before he was replaced by someone?
He did. He
by
did.
The assistant coach from Waterboy.
He did. It was Toy Story 3. I believe he was replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Toy Story 3 took 10 years, something like that, 8 to 9 years after Part 2.
To be honest, I wasn't holding my breath.
I know a lot about dumb facts, factoids. Some shit sticks in my head more than others. But, I'm just crazy like that.
So you must have other questions written down on your piece of paper.
Nope, that's all I had. Let's see what else I got.
So we haven't even gotten to the band, really.
I listed quite a few. There was another one, not Dead, Only Frozen.
Rockabilly band.
I saw a YouTube video there, and then The Need of Machine.
The Need Machine?
The Need Machine.
That was a like an emo style band, real hot water music-y kind of thing I did for a while. That I believe they were called Watson before I joined the band, and then I made some Dana Carvey-esque joke about my girlfriend and called her a need machine. And then
didn't hear it.
We continued to date, and I had to pretend like I didn't know why they said that, and it had nothing to do with you for like a year.
Oh man,
yeah,
that has to be awkward.
Well, no, she knows now.
I was curious about.
It's been 20 years.
I was curious about though because I think we totally lost the topic of after the fall.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
So because I kind of looked him up, it was a little vague. Like a lot of it's like 17,000 likes on Facebook or something. And I was trying to like find out more information, but it was all a little vague, and I didn't.
Well,
so you just,
it was a weird time period before smartphones, and everyone had the ability to videotape with ease.
Oh, right.
So there's a lot of memories that are just lost, and they're just that. Sure. They're memories that unfortunately I don't get to recall by pulling it up on YouTube. But to the positive, nobody can recall and find like awkward growth periods and weird fashion choices and me doing shitty things. So
some of it's
I'm glad a bulk of my music career happened before 2008. So there's that. After the fall was Fabian Rangel Jr., his brother Gabe, And I think I was the third bass player for that band, possibly the fourth. I've been a lot of bands' last bass player, so there's that.
Before they decided it was like, fuck it, let's break up. Or they were like, I can't even go on without Bobby anymore. He's like, that's how good you were.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Like Cruiserweight, after I was out of Cruiserweight, they just replaced me with the other bass player that was in before me, Dave Hawkins, who was, I mentioned, he was in Wicked Celtics with me as well.
Oh, it's just all so
it's
connected.
All pretty incestuous. Now, back to After the Fall. Fabian, they had a band called the Golden Age afterwards, another hardcore band, played out of Corpus sometimes, but mainly just stuck in Corpus. And I think that's what killed the bands, was their reluctancy to ever leave their hometown. Now, Fabian has gone on to do a number of comic books, some of which I have, some of which I don't. I went to go purchase one from him because he was doing a signing down in Corpus, and I just happened to be there. And then he signed it like I was just another one of his people coming up, and I was like, dude.
Rude.
I don't even know. Why'd you write on my comic book?
It's like, I just want to say what's up, bro.
I was just come to say hi.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy anything.
Yeah. Don't remember me? Don't remember Bobby?
I was in a band with you. That's what it was. I think that's what had a lot to do with why he unfriended me on Facebook, because his comic book was called Doc Unknown, which is actually a good comic book. But I pointed out that Doc Unknown is a very similar, almost pseudonym to Doctor Who, and he took offense to that. Or he didn't, and I'm making all this shit up, and he just didn't want to be my friend.
I don't know. He was like, trash on my projects?
I didn't trash it. I was just like, hey, man, do you ever think of this?
Doesn't it like kind of sound like Doctor Who?
It's kind of like when you meet somebody whose name is unfortunate and overused, like Chuck Taylor, and like, hey, man, do you ever notice that these shoes are... He's like, no, I've never heard that.
No, fucking asshole.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I've never heard that my whole entire existence.
Yeah.
So what bands are you doing right now?
Currently, I'm only doing At All Cost, and that's all I really have time for, with the second baby on the way. So there's that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it still works, man.
Pumping them out.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
I don't remember the making process, but the end result will.
I don't remember having sex, but she said we did.
I've never even done it. That's sex.
She just got it out of me when I was sleeping. But
once again, I don't know enough about anatomy and physiology. I don't know about how humans and girls work. Babies come out the front one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, this is what my wife tells me.
Edit front one out.
And the front one.
Yeah, we're just doing At All Cost. Both Johnny, the drummer, and I are dads, and we're stay-at-home dads, so it really eats into our time. Andrew, post-accident, he's a football coach at Austin High, so that eats up all of his time.
Whoa.
Trey, whom you know from Spokesman, owns that business. And we've never really filled the void of a lead guitar player. We have a guy that we use who we've used in the band previously and for some one-off shows. But he's got severe commitments, and he can't commit full-time, probably less than the rest of us. So, and his bakery, Thoroughbred.
Ooh.
Just won Best Bakery in Austin. So,
well, it's awesome.
So bread, guys, bread.
Yeah, go out and get some of that. I actually would like to try that.
Bread's too sweet. I don't touch the stuff.
Bread's too sweet. I'm on a low carb diet. Oh, no carb diet.
Well, are there carbs in Miller Lights?
Oh my God, it might just be carbs.
I think it's actually a pretty low carb beer.
You gonna read it?
Well,
it's no White Claw.
White Claw is gluten-free. I'll give you that. Because most grain alcohol is.
I'm about to start screaming if I have to stock one more White Claw, dude. Straight up. Even though you guys are pretty busy, though, it's great that you guys still come together and try to do this every so often. And not just scrap the entire thing, but like, it's just not working. It's
so much harder to start a new band.
That too. But it's like, maybe I'm just saying this, and you're totally going to disagree with me, but it's the whole reason why we play music is just to go in there, have fun, get up on stage and do it. And it's not like I'm trying to become famous or make money, but without it, I would be very sad. You know what I mean?
I like how poetic you put that, but I'll tell you why I do it.
Okay, go on.
I'm not cool enough without it.
You don't think so?
I'm not. I am a good-looking
cool
guy,
tattoos.
for those who are just listening, but I am exponentially more attractive on stage versus off stage because I'm separated. You know, there's a dynamic shift between the two of us.
Right, you become someone else when you.
It's kind of like how you're that much cooler when you're the band in town for one night.
Yeah. Like from out of town, you're a mystery, dude.
Get in when you fit in because I'm going to be gone tomorrow.
Exactly. You don't know nothing about me.
Yeah. There's mystique.
I feel the same way.
And off stage, there is no mystique. I'm very open about everything.
Leave the mystery there, but once I'm off stage, I'll let you know anything that you want to know.
Anything you want to know.
Anything. Just follow me to the green room. Yeah.
I don't like left-handed people. I don't.
This is not that interesting. Still, I think I'd kind of do it the same way, like you were saying. Like they're like, so what do you do? I'm like, I work at a bar, and if I didn't have anything to say after that, I would really like I would question my life. Yeah. At that point, every time I said that, I'd be like,
I think everyone wants to stand out from the norm to a degree because I remember when I was in the military. U.S. Air Force, 99 to 2003. However, I worked for the Coast Guard, the Marines, and the Navy down in Corpus, and that's what put me in Corpus. Everybody down there was in the fucking military, so if a girl asked you what you do, you just lie and say, starving artist.
I live in the streets and I paint for a living.
I climb trees and paint the wind.
What? Nothing, baby. Let's go.
Oh, if you don't get it now, you're never going to get it.
You know what? There's more like you. I don't need this. Get out of my way. So
you don't get me? I'm the wind, baby.
No?
What?
Watch. And just blow away.
I am cool. I'm the breeze. That's a quote from one of the least popular Kiss albums. Look it up. Not the most unpopular, but...
I had that cassette tape when I was a kid and it made me cry.
All Hell's Breaking Loose. That song starts with Paul Stanley giving this fucking weird spoken rap shit that it's just really embarrassing in hindsight. But he definitely says, what be this and what be that and why you gotta look like that. It's a good rhyme.
Poetic. You know what? I don't know why they didn't win any Grammys for songwriting. It's kind of weird.
Gene Simmons would have you believe that they do hold more gold records than the Beatles.
Is that true?
Only because those Beatles albums went on to surpass gold.
Oh, right. He left that fun fact. Yeah, they're platinum. No.
Oh, you mean like 3 gold?
They only have like 3 gold.
The Beatles were only a band for 9 years. We've been doing the Farewell Kiss tour since '96.
Yeah, dude. I went to one. It was like... It was like 2000 and whatever the fuck. And it was their farewell show, which is probably the
it's like how Harbor Freight's always going out of business.
I was 15, and the tickets were $100, nosebleed section, Frank Urban Center.
I saw it at Frank Urban for $11.
What?
In the nosebleeds.
I paid $100. I didn't pay for shit. My dad got the tickets, but...
Did you buy 10 tickets?
He might have just said that they were that expensive to be like, see
I do old man still got it.
Yeah,
still hip. Bought 5 tickets, $100 a piece.
I told you I was going to take you to the very last Kiss show ever, and I kept my promise. But no, Kiss broke my dad's promise because they were supposed to stop playing.
They did it. Anyone who uses the word post in lieu of supposed.
In lieu of supposed?
They were supposed to.
They were supposed to.
You know what? They were supposed to. But it's expensive now to not be in a band. If that's your entire livelihood and you're not making any money off album sales anymore and you're only making money off merch,
touring,
you got to come out of retirement and get back on the road.
You got to think like these people don't need money, but it will dry up.
They don't know how to live without it.
Yeah, and they're not going to switch their lifestyle around now at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got to remember that.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
the dudes in Kiss were only not millionaires for like the first boring 19 years of their life.
Only? It feels like Kiss was like amazing from the get-go.
I love Kiss. I have a wonderful Kiss tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah.
On your butt?
No, it's on my rib cage. You see, here's a fun story.
Let me show you some of my tattoos.
Any story that starts with a belch was going to be phenomenal. I was in Atlantic City in the mid to late 2000s. And me and my buddy Freeman were sitting at the Showboat Casino. Showboat Casino is right next door to the Hard Rock. And that, for those who don't know what the Hard Rock Cafe is, it's a Hard Rock Cafe and Casino, whatever. So we're sitting there, and it's late at night, and I've already been threatened with getting kicked out for swearing a lot. And I thought that was so weird that, for a place that makes its entire living off of syntax, swearing would be a bannable offense. And
just get a swear jar.
Oh, I was just singing that.
Put a quarter in.
What's the song from the end of the movie Slither? Baby, I love you. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, I love that movie.
Good movie. Great movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I was just singing that to myself a lot, and the dealer at the roulette table was just like, "Sir, you have to stop."
Oh, am I offending you?
So I look over, and there's this dude that looks exactly like Chris Angel. Mind freak. Are you ready?
Is there
everything about him, like the haircut, the bangles, like the bejeweled pants, like everything.
Mind freak.
Yeah, he was bedazzled. This man was walking sentient glitter.
It has to be him.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Freeman are just laughing at this dude. And he walks over to us and like, "Hey, you guys look like you're having a good time." Oh, and we're sitting there thinking, "Oh God, we're gonna have to kill this guy."
Oh my God, I have to kill Chris Angel. That gypsy woman was right. Chris Angel.
No. He's gonna pick a fight, even though we started it, and we're going to have to end it.
I think the cops would be like, "No, you boys were just defending yourselves."
"Hey, either of you two like Kiss?" I'm like, don't fuck with me, man. I fucking love Kiss.
Yo, bro.
I'm wearing an Ace Frehley belt buckle right now.
Adoy.
And he goes, "Well, I play drums for Ace Frehley, and he's playing next door at the Hard Rock. Why don't you give me your names? I'll put you on the list."
You play drums for Ace Frehley? Are you in Kiss, sir?
Well, his solo stuff. He had been out of Kiss for many, many years. And I was like, "Dude, this is amazing. Here's our names. We will be there at this time right next door. Of course, we'll be there." And that next day, I could not be contained. Like, I was just so jittery and excited that it's impossible to photograph me. Just like Sasquatch. And we get there. Freeman goes first. I go second. Yeah, our name's not on any fucking list.
Oh, this guy was a fucking
liar. This guy
liar.
either forgot or he was dishing it right back out, which I respect, but I was very upset. I had planned my entire day around going to that fucking show.
Oh, my God.
Even though that was not in my plans the day before. So I'm pissed. And at this point, I'm drinking and gambling and losing all sorts of money. And I won a bunch the night before. And by a bunch, I'm talking like $500.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Not really life-changing, but it's enough for my wallet's never seen that much cash. And I'm down to almost nothing. And I look over, and about where you're sitting, there he is. Ace fucking Frehley. His shitty little goatee, his little sunglasses, and he had two handlers with him. And they were kids about my age that were just, gophers. If he needs a drink, they go and get it. If
nice. God damn.
And I see him, and I walk up to him, and I'm like, "Listen, man, your fucking drummer promised he was going to get us on the list."
Hey, man.
He was
like, who the fuck are you?
Seconds away from getting a finger poke to the chest.
Holy shit.
And I was like, "Your fucking drummer said he was going to put us on the list," and he didn't. And we showed up, and we weren't on the list, and now I'm upset, and I missed the show.
That's not cool, Ace.
What are you going to do about it? And he was supposedly sober at the time, so I hope I'm not calling him out. So I'm not going to give a year here. But he looks at his little cocktail. He looks at his chips, goes, hey, fuck you, kid. That next day, I started my Ace Frehley fuck you, kid tattoo on my ribs.
That's what he said to me, legend.
Yeah. I got this weird ability to embarrass the shit out of myself in front of famous people. Which I have a wonderful...
Like, well, I like your music, and I'll leave you alone now, and I'm sorry about yelling.
I immediately regret everything I said.
Yeah, I love you. I'll go fuck off.
Let me tell you about the first and last time I was allowed to talk to Jello Biafra.
Oh, my God. Don't talk to me ever again. No.
So I was working the door at Red 7, and we were doing a Guantanamo School of Medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was stoked about because Billy Gold from Faith No More was supposed to be his bass player on that one and not the bass player from Spoon. Nothing against Spoon.
I was at that show. What year was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember.
My mind's kind of...
There's a handful of people.
Como se dice, wango.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're Jello Biafra, come on in. He's like, well, thank you for not trying to ask me for my ID at my own show. I was like, well, I know who you are. It's like, well, that's not the way it was in Arizona. And he left it open-ended like that, like I was supposed to know the Arizona story.
Oh, I'm sorry about Arizona. No, it was.
And I was like, well, who was the promoter? Maybe I know him because I've toured. And I know my buddy Will probably did the show. It's like, was it Will? It's like, no, it wasn't Will. Now, can I get back to my story? It's like, sure.
You're the one that stopped in mid-sentence.
Yeah. I didn't interrupt you. You stopped your own damn... whatever. And then I never was allowed to talk to him the rest of the night. Which was weird because this follows... And I hate telling other people's stories, but I'll do it in this case. This follows Mike Weebies from, Mike, right?
Give you that face again?
I don't know what that fucking face means. Does it mean you do know him and I'm stupid for asking?
I doubt.
All right, he's the singer of a band called the Riverboat Gamblers. And
I do know this, but I just didn't know the name.
Okay, well, anyway.
I know faces.
Mike Weeby and I have a weird history, too, because at one point I did try out for Riverboat Gamblers. And then, clash of attitudes. Whatever, it happens. Right. Not everything's a fit. It's not supposed to be. That's not life.
True.
Weeby has this wonderful story about having to go pick him up from the airport and drive like one of the transmission events vans to get him. And someone riding shotgun or whatever puts on the Riverboat Gamblers while Jello Biafra is in the back. And he goes, who's this? And the guy sitting shotgun goes, oh, this is the Riverboat Gamblers. Oh, the Riverboat Gamblers. I hear they're supposed to be the saviors of rock and roll. Well, frankly, I don't hear it. And Mike goes, well, I'm actually the singer of that band. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, do you have anything I can have for free?
Holy shit.
So that's my Jello Biafra story. That is to say, that is my, relay of Mike Weeby's Jello Biafra story.
Right. It's kind of funny. Everyone has that same story about Jello Biafra if you have met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be a big deal when the president came to town.
That's like a pretty good impression, yeah.
No, it's not.
It's close. I was trying to think about how I'd do it too. Yuppies. No, I can't do it.
Just you guys want to hear my impression of Jello Biafra? Yuppies.
That's good. That's actually really good.
Thank you.
Again, so wait, did he say he didn't want to talk to you the rest of the night? He was like,
yeah,
that's fine. That guy out there.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's fine too. It's not like I wanted to bother you or anything.
It's not the first nor the last time that would happen.
Sit there.
That month.
That month?
Well, before Transmission started booking all the really big gigs at Mohawk.
Yeah.
They somehow got Ice Cube. And
Ice Cube?
I got tasked because they didn't have the right security. They had great people for what they normally do, but for a show that size, they weren't equipped. So they hired all of us security guys from another bar down the street to come and work the Ice Cube show. You say what you will about why they weren't prepared, whatever. My job was to be there when he and his entourage came through the back door to walk up to the green room. And I believe it was Foddy from Riverboat Gamblers that asked me, it's like, dude, please, I beg of you, when he opens the door, say, "Hey, Craig." And I'd seen Friday because I'm alive.
We all have, yeah.
Yeah, we've all seen it. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't do that. That's going to be too much. But that became like festering in my mind, the only thing I could think of. So when he opens the door, the first thing I say is, hey, Craig. And within a minute, somebody had come from upstairs after his crew had already gone upstairs and told me I had to leave.
Holy shit.
Luckily,
the guy that said that shit, get him the fuck out of here. No.
It was probably something similar, but
kill him.
I still got paid for the whole night, so it's a win-win.
Oh, fuck yeah, then.
Because I technically got to meet.
You know what? You can go home early. You don't have to close anything or clean.
And some form of
still
impress.
Still get paid. Okay.
I had some form of interaction and leaving an impression with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? What I've gathered today was no one really likes you.
No, that's true. No one's impressed when I name drop because if I name drop somebody, it's either from a really awkward encounter where I end up looking like the worst person in the scenario, or it's somebody who's so not famous that they can't understand why I brought up Lance Bass from NSYNC.
I still think it's a pretty good story.
Same show choir I was in high school.
That's insane. Yeah,
Lance
you guys are cut from the same cloth, if you will. Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, you just came from the same place.
That is not what that term means.
I think I was using that term right.
Should have went off. Why are you getting lispy?
I don't know. I just thought maybe
guys,
you should have went into.
He is turning so red right now.
I'm not. I'm falling apart actually.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. I apologize, and I apologize for this interview.
No, this has been great.
Yeah.
This is actually the first one I've ever done, but the third one I have scheduled for this month.
Really?
It's weird. Once again, I don't know why.
Are we the first ones that got you?
Yeah, you're the first. Yeah. All the other two is just going to be recycled answers from this one.
Who else are you doing it with?
Some fucking guy. I don't know.
A fucking competition.
And I'm counting that internet safe house thing as one, so that counts too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to ask me a question, and I'm going to answer it.
Yeah.
Counts.
Well, they didn't ask me when I did it. They always asked what they thought who was the singer, but I was like, I did a lot of singing too. Okay,
you mean the lead singer?
Yeah, well, I sing about half.
Oh, studio leads. Cool.
I mean, no, on stage, you just can't see me because I'm behind the drum set. You know what? I don't have to.
You're squawking into your drum mics doesn't count.
Well, in the metal band, I do sing a lot.
Heavy metal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of double bass. We're progressive metal. We just make them up.
Vinnie Paul says you don't need all that double bass all the time. You just need it for the punchy parts.
Flutter. Yes, a little here and there.
One time, Vinnie Paul came into the bar.
He just came in the bar. He's like, hey,
and I believe it was Foddy from Riverboat Gamblers that asked me if I'd go over there and ask him why I decided to break up Damage Plan.
Oh my
and
God.
I said I would not make that joke.
I'm not doing this again, man. You will.
I did not. I didn't make the joke.
Yeah.
And now he's gone, and I've missed my opportunity to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
I would never
have
do
that
that.
Story.
That's a family member, man.
That's actually
there's jokes, and then there's
yeah,
the shit
and
you guys
punch
want
you in
me
the
to
face,
say.
Be like, yep, that was called.
Yep,
I deserve it.
I earned that one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me take my glasses off so you can get both of my eyes.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Well, that's what we have next coming up is that Safe House show.
Safe House show on the 21st. Unfortunately, those are closed to the public because they're stupid.
Close friends and families, but you can still watch it on Twitch TV/Safe House. And that day, they'll be live streaming the whole thing.
Where the fuck are you reading this from?
I done it twice. I've already done it twice.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, do they pay you?
If you need help downloading
sponsored by
the
Safe
audio,
House?
let us know because we figured it out.
Oh, wait, you've got actual production notes over there. What are you about to read?
No, he's just a producer. Don't
I want to know. Guys, he's got a three ring binder. It's official.
Binder. That's the BANGover binder.
Whatever.
Yeah, BANGover Productions. All right.
Guys, this is an overstuffed Trapper Keeper just full of loose leaf paper.
It's mostly like verse, chorus, verse written out, you know what I mean? And then like half-ass lyrics that are just like scratched and taped.
None of the 3-hole punch pages that are on the inside are actually connected to the middle ring.
No, actually, yeah.
If you open it up all the way, you'll notice that one of the rings is completely shifted and bent, just like every one that you've ever had in high school.
Every single one I've ever had did that. I don't know why I did that accent, but
you're making fun
my
of
ears
me.
Are popping.
You're
right
assimilating.
Now. I'm assimilating. Yeah,
because you're in my home. It would be appropriation if we were someplace else.
That's true. Okay, my hearing came back.
But you stand to gain nothing, so it's assimilation.
So the 21st at the Safe House?
21st as spokesman for Safe House. 24th at Come and Ticket Live, which, if you guys aren't aware, is on, what's the address for that one there?
Right down the street.
I did work there for a very long time when I was under another name, and yet...
Midway or Bus Mill?
Neither of those things.
Whoa.
Grizzly Hall.
Oh.
Now it's called Come and Ticket Live. It's owned by the Come and Ticket Live production. I think it's just Come and Ticket Productions.
We remember we were...
Anthony Stevenson, fantastic fellow.
We were fucking 8 years ago playing in this town, and he was just a production company. And you could see like him working his fucking ass off, getting those bands when they came into town, especially a lot of metal, working at Dirty Dog, and still works at Dirty Dog quite a bit with the production company. But
I got a gig there on August 10th, everybody.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
August 10th, Clean Bobby DJ night. Bam, bam.
I really like that place.
Yeah. I've never DJed there before.
I didn't know they had DJs, but
I didn't either. This is going to be a one-off.
But you're just playing records. You're not really DJing.
Yeah, but there's a theme to this one. It's all 80s music, which you know.
I think we could fill.
80s get the ladies, man.
Yeah, I think we could fill. Just King Diamond the whole time.
Merciful Fate.
Actually,
I could play a little King Diamond. Why not?
I could do that all day. The more I drink, the better King
everything
Diamond
off
gets.
Abigail is fantastic. So
that's what I was gonna say.
Did you see the thing about Merciful Fate getting back together to do like 4 shows?
No,
none of them are in the U.S.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So just kill yourself.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's just like the Danzig legacy thing.
Even though King Diamond, did he live in fucking Dallas?
What?
That's the rumor.
Huh?
I heard he has a pug farm and raises pugs up in Dallas.
If I ever play a show out in Dallas, I would never even know who he was without the makeup.
You would never play a show out in Dallas.
I have played one.
You'd play a show in Louisville or one of the surrounding towns, and you never played Dallas. That doesn't even count. Twice.
It was the coldest months of fucking the year.
I can safely say our worst shows in any band I've ever had were in Dallas.
I feel that same way.
And
Sorry, Dallas.
Since it's so sporadic, I don't know who to blame. Is it our fault or theirs?
I think it's Dallas's fault. I'm just going to say.
I will say this. I did have a fun time last time I played in Dallas. I had one of those wonderful, you know, 8 Ball here in town, local guy, does screen printing.
Yeah.
He made those fantastic Ride Donnie Ride Trump Misfits Bullet shirts. Where,
oh, cool.
Instead of JFK, it's Donald Trump getting shot in the head. And I was wearing that at our show in Dallas. And where we were playing was like half a mile away from the grassy knoll.
Where it actually happened.
And this dude at the door was like, "Oh man, what a great shirt!" It's like, "Thanks, man. I was waiting for somebody to get the significance of why I'm wearing this shirt here." It's like, "Yeah, Donald Trump was just here last week." It's like, "Yeah, but you get why this is funny, right?" You know, at the Dallas show, it's like, "Nah, man, what are you talking about?" You know, there was a John F. Kennedy. He was our president.
You ever heard of this guy before?
You ever heard of this cat? Yeah,
you had to explain to him the Kennedy assassination.
I felt like I did need to, but at some point I just
JFK.
Stopped.
Kevin Costner is amazing. Just watch this.
Well, I mean, Kevin Costner's not really that great in that movie, but
well, I remember it being good.
Yeah,
I can't believe you had to explain to him though.
Well, you know, you try to teach people to an extent, and you realize that you know, all this exercise is moot.
True that.
What about that James Franco Stephen King TV adaptation he did about the Kennedy assassination? That was great. It was on Hulu. Talk to me in terms of things I saw on television, and I'll give you the answers you want.
Are you talking about that show where he time travels?
Yeah. Any time travel show is fantastic.
Fuck, I forget what the name of that is.
And you know how lucky we are that time travel has never been brought up in a fucking Star Wars film? Absolutely incredible, because it's such the laziest writing you can come up with, and people don't seem to mind. And I'm so happy it hasn't reached that point. Until this next one, we don't know.
Yeah, hold your breath. You could have just jinxed the shit out of all of us. Thanks.
I ruined Star Wars.
Yeah. It was you, just like you ruined everything.
Not the 90s.
Yeah. Not the 90s. No, it was the last film that just came out. Every nerd knows that.
Tisk. I'm sorry.
It was pretty bad. Well.
What else do you guys want to know about me?
Well, I think we were just wrapping it up here at the end.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want to talk about some of the things you've seen in my home?
Actually,
my extensive Wilton cake pan collection, or
that's just a puzzle of the thing. I was like, did they make a board game?
Yeah, there's a lot of puzzles up there. Golden Girls puzzle and Hot Dog puzzle.
But like I said, I imagined this was exactly what it was going to be like. Except I was kind of curious on where your VHS tape collection was.
I know exactly where every piece of it is. This is not related to that. I'm just grabbing for my Atari Touch Me, which is a precursor to Simon. Just poorly named.
Red,
the Atari
green,
Touch
yellow,
Me.
blue.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
It looks
when I found
kept.
out. Yeah, I take care of things. When I found out we were pregnant with my son early, burp noise, I decided that maybe we don't need an entire room dedicated to VHS tapes. Maybe it's time to let this collection go.
Damn it.
And I sold a lot of it to individual people, and I sold a lot to End of an Ear, and then ended up just giving the remainder away to End of an Ear. But the only 3 significant pieces of that entire collection were 3 big box classic porno. Let's just call it classic porno. Never opened big box tapes because when they were found, the internet was a thing, so I didn't have to watch them. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, these could be collector
I'm just going to leave these alone.
Yeah.
I got like $600 just for Devil and Miss Jones,
Holy
Taboo,
shit.
Debbie Does Dallas. Classic title shit in big box form. So yeah, my VHS collection went by the wayside. And there's a couple.
Gore?
Huh?
Any of those Gore movies you had on VHS?
Alice in Wonderland was in there. There was a Live in Antarctica in there, but it had no cover.
Okay.
And I actually got that for like 25 cents at, what's the, I Love Video.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in there. And of course, if I would have waited to sell everything individually, it would have been worth more money. But I ended up making like $1,500, $2,000.
Off VHS tapes?
Yeah. Well, which means even though I bought it at extremely discounted rates, I probably still took a hit on it.
I think the most valuable thing that we have on our VHS tape collection, because we kept ours, me and my roommate, because we're not married, we didn't have kids. Pootie Tang.
Well, it's legal now. You can. See what I did there? No, Pootie Tang on VHS was fantastic. Is it worth money?
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of.
There's a weird.
People always bring it up. They're like, "You got Pootie Tang," and I was like, "We got Pootie Tang."
There's a weird transition period when the format went from standard VHS to DVD, and a lot of it was based on sales. So that's how they determine if it was worthy of the format shift. That's why things like Drop Dead Fred are actually more expensive on DVD than they are on VHS.
Because they all came out on VHS.
Because it was just enough to move it to DVD, but it didn't sell well enough on DVD, so they didn't continue to reproduce it.
Right.
I think you can fetch a copy of Drop Dead Fred on DVD for like $30.
Holy shit.
However, the real treasures out there are like Snick and 90s Nickelodeon stuff.
For sure.
I've got a couple of Pete and Pete DVDs. They're worth like $200 a piece.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the right buyers that people are willing to.
Well, the theory of two assholes works that way. It's only worth what somebody will pay for it.
Right.
And then it drives up the market. A History of Violence, Viggo Mortensen movie.
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
It is the last commercially released VHS tape in 2005.
What?
And that's before the format was dead. Now, there have been some boutique VHS that have come out since then. But not the commonplace of every movie gets a VHS release.
And I've seen people sell that thing in shadow box for like $10,000.
What?
Now it'll never sell for $10,000.
Sitting up there, someone would get it for $2,000. And
this is the theory of two assholes: one guy to charge it and a bigger asshole to pay for it because he wants to tell somebody he owns a VHS tape that costs $10,000.
Right, that's true too.
But what this does is it breeds more assholes that go, you know what, $10,000, that's insane. You can have my copy for $8,000.
Right.
And then some guy goes, well, this guy actually bought it for $8,000. Tell you what, mine's only going to be $9,000 now. Yeah. And, you know, it drives up this fake value that should have never existed. It was a 50-cent tape.
True. And no one's raving about that movie too much. It's a great movie, but we're just talking about the last VHS.
I don't drop quotes from History of Violence every day.
Exactly.
If anything, I'll quote Airheads or early 90s Simpsons.
He didn't even really talk a lot in that movie, A History of Violence. There's just like a lot of graphic scenes, which is the best part of that movie.
I think the Ed Burns interview of History of Violence is more famous than the film itself, where he just lost his head in the interview and got really heated.
Oh, right, yeah.
Went off on a tangent there.
God. I just remember Viggo Mortensen just smashing that dude's fucking nose in, dude.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, my God, I'm too high for this shit.
If that's your favorite scene, you really have to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, my God, for real? Okay, well.
I'm not going to spoil a goddamn thing.
Did you?
Oh, man, that's the best use of a can of dog food that I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. Now you're hyping up this movie. You already saw it.
Yeah, only 30 minutes are watchable, but they're incredible 30 minutes.
Oh, of the entire movie, you think?
No, the movie's fine. Watch it. Whatever.
No, it's just cynical.
I'm not trying to get fucking Tarantino over me. Who, by the way, if you ever met... that's a story for another time.
Okay. The time that you pissed off Quentin Tarantino? He's like, you know what? Get this guy the fuck out of here. Get him off my set.
Well, he used to hang out a lot in this video store.
I went home early.
He used to come and stop in this little I Love Video-esque video store in the Fan in Richmond, Virginia a lot. But, yeah.
Be careful, he's in town right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Shout out, Quentin Tarantino. What's up? Were you in town for? What was he in town for?
Probably hanging out.
Probably this movie.
Yeah,
Probably the movie that just came out in Austin. Who the fuck? No, everyone's talking about it actually.
Well, I mean, San Antonio Film Festival was earlier this week. Maybe he thought, while I'm in town, I'll just buy up 3 rows of Alamo Draft House and not tip the server who got stuck to that section.
Did he do that once?
No, I just heard that. That's just speculation. He doesn't do that every fucking time he's in town.
That might be something. Why are we whispering? Well,
whispering into a microphone is really the most
effective way to keep it secret. On us. All right, keep this on the DL. I don't think we get enough listeners, anyways, despite we're paying anything. So
I've been asked like 3 times by 3 different people. Actually, 3 times by the same person how much I'm getting paid for this. To which I said, I'm clearly doing this for the art. Yeah. That I was waiting for you guys to jump in and
offer you money.
Offer money.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm good.
This is a DIY production, man, and how dare you?
I don't know what DIY means.
Oh, my God. Cut the feed. We're done. Slam down on mics.
What's this pink rock you were talking about earlier?
Pink rock?
Punk?
Punk rock.
Oh,
yeah. Punk rock. Well, got any shout-outs you want to do? Follow me on the Instagrams, the Twitters. You don't have the Twitters, do you?
No, I'm 100 years old, and I just have a Facebook.
Oh, no.
I got a Gmail. Is that a thing? No?
No.
Okay.
No.
My wife just got rid of her Yahoo.
Email?
Literally. Wow. Just got rid of her Yahoo address. Go get tattooed at Austin Tattoo Company because my allowance as a stay-at-home parent is completely based on how much money she makes at that business. Yeah. So, ask for Ramsey.
Nice. Shout out to Ramsey.
Yeah. Give me 10% of your money.
And if you want to follow Clean Bobby to know what records he's playing, you can follow Clean Bobby Plays Records on Facebook.
It's a really apropos title.
Yeah. It was like, no, I just play records. I was like, oh, right.
I play records by posting links that aren't records on Facebook.
Yeah, and then your next DJ thing will be August 31st, right?
August 10th at,
August 10th.
Good job.
This was the one that was listed. This was listed in your events.
Well, that's because the 10th isn't my event.
See, I hate when they do that. I don't know
why. They should just make me an author or like a co-author. Yeah, make me admin, and
host.
I can. Well, the thing is,
God damn it, I hate that.
All right, I'm gonna say something really important here when it comes to accepting invite requests from your friends on Facebook, guys. If you're not an established business like the bar hosting the event, and you're just the person promoting the event, and you send out a lot of invites, say like the maximum you're allowed,
right?
Like 300,
right?
If you get no response whatsoever, not going. Ignore.
Yeah, interested.
No
one
going.
clicks on anything.
If you don't click on anything, over time, Facebook considers you spam, which will completely limit the amount of times you can invite somebody in your next event. So please, if you're not going, just click that you're going. My heart won't be broken.
That's what I tell everyone.
But that
just
high number helps me. Yeah. It's like sound scans for bands.
Exactly.
It helps you get other gigs because they see this interested going number.
Right. 200, 300, 400, you're doing something right.
Currently, we have about 700 people interested or going to this at all cost 10-year anniversary, 10 bands, $10, or it's actually 15 at the door, gig at Come and Take It. And I know that numbers. Facebook algorithm math goes, all right, 700 people, that means 70 people.
Right.
Yeah. Or 7.0 people.
We're doing a percentage of the number listed.
Always, do a tenth, and then you'll never be disappointed.
Exactly.
If 700 people show up, fan-fucking-tastic. Awesome. I hope those boys make some money.
Yeah, we're going to do this again if that happens.
It's not going to make us any never mind. We'll do the same show for 10 people that we do for 10,000.
True.
Not like we've ever played for 10,000 people.
Never done that. But
I mean, there have been times we played for large groups because we were on a bill with a more important band.
Don't sell yourself too short.
That time we played with Exodus. Now, we didn't play with Exodus, but their gear was on stage while we played.
Cool.
I used their bass cab and no tuner because the guy is either never notices if he's out of tune or he does it by ear. And at this point,
you just have some guy hand him a bass and be like, it's good to go.
Must be nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
To be rich. To be famous.
I don't want to be either of those things.
I want to be rich.
I just want to. I just like to have enough money to where when my rent goes up, and it will go up, and in January when my lease is up, that I can go. That's fine.
Yeah. Extra money. Here you go. Throw it on the ground. Make the landlord pick it up. Yeah, take your money.
That's right. Chuck it over the fence. Let Arby's deal with it.
You've been saying that all day.
All day.
Well, that's a good point. If you do get a request for a fucking event, just click interested. Just help your friend out and be like, yeah, get those numbers up, get them pumping. Facebook algorithm obviously pushes that more when it will pop up in the events of the day and stuff like that. And then promoters see it.
Yeah, you could just as easily click not going, and it's just as effective.
Yeah, it's still any publicity. I can't even say it. It's good publicity.
He's got the jitters.
I got the jitters.
He had a cold brew.
I had 2 cold brews and I am
antsy in the pantsy.
It is not even hot in here. I'm sweating for some reason. I think it's caffeine.
It's 60,
that's salty.
68 degrees in here. That's not true. I never let my thermostat. I'm a dad. I never let my thermostat go below 72.
So it touched the thermostat.
Dude, seriously.
Dad. That's some dad shit right there.
We just came back from a week-long vacation. We had someone house sitting, and the fucking thermostat was at 70, and I thought I was going to have to murder someone.
Did you call him immediately? He was like, what the fuck is this?
No,
take a picture of it?
I just
Send it to
let
him?
it go.
Angry text?
I let it go, but I will say half my plants are dead. They didn't water the plants right.
That was the only thing they had to do. That and the dogs.
The dogs are still alive. Knock on wood.
Yeah, but the dogs couldn't tell you if they were abused.
Yeah, well, they
misfed.
They didn't necessarily. They didn't have to help us out, and they did.
No,
we gave them money, so there's that too.
The plants. The plants.
Well, I mean, no one's ever going to water my plants to my satisfaction.
Oh, right.
Which is also, truth be told, I'm if you can't see, I'm holding the microphone like an American Idol star where I pretend like I'm playing trumpet on it.
Is that what they do? To keep them in time?
Just to fuck with the notes, man.
See how I have feeling in my hands?
These aren't my plants, okay? These are plants that I ended up having to take care of because no one else would, and then they became my plants.
And you're the only one responsible enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a next door neighbor, and you're like, God, you're just abusing that plant. I can't watch this.
Your yard looks like shit. I guess I'm gonna mow your yard.
Your fence is falling over. Let me put that back up for you,
idiot.
He's the nicest, angriest person I've ever met.
He's always just balking at me from over the fence, and
talking
then he's
through clenched teeth.
Yeah, and then he picked up my dog's shit for me.
You have a nice day. Jesus.
Merry Christmas, piece of shit.
Bobby, thank you for fucking doing this. It's been a blast. It's been weird. It's been wacky and crazy. We could probably do this all fucking day long.
Yeah, man. I know you got places to be.
I got work
I
to
don't.
be. Yeah. Well, you're almost off, right? You're about to clock out?
Yeah, there's no clock out, man.
Oh, right. About to clock back in. He's about to wake up from the nap.
My son gets up at 7 from his nap.
What time is it? Oh, no. Okay.
I got time to make his little chicky nuggies.
All right. So, just for BANGover, little shout outs. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where we not only have these filmed, our interviews and our album reviews, but any shows that we do with any local bands, we love to record it, videotape it, and put it up online for everyone. So please check out a lot of those. I think we had Paleo and Cyanosaurus. Cyanosaurus will come out on Sunday. This is being filmed on the August 2nd. So August 3rd it'll be out, y'all.
So one thing I would like to add.
Yeah?
But I know that was such a great way to close. And
I was trying.
I jumped in.
I'm still working on it.
Tell you what, the date of the 24th, the date of this 10-band show at Come and Take It Live, my sound check and load in is at 11 a.m. and we don't go in until 11:30 p.m. And I'm not leaving because I'm not giving up my parking spot. So I will be there all damn day. If you guys want to come and do your interviews there, yeah, I'm not getting you in for free.
Oh.
I'm not in charge of everything, man.
Well, Bobby said it was cool.
They're like, who?
We're yelling at the door guy. Yeah, and then I'll come up to you afterwards and be like, hey, man, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get me and my guitar player.
He said post to get. I love it so much.
Go fuck yourself, kid. All right, I'll get out of here. Yeah.
That's called a callback, guys, what he did there.
Right back to the joke. Nailed it. Mm-hmm. Bobby, thanks again, dude.
Hey, thanks for having me in my own house.
And thank you for having us.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, we're out.